with another sports reaction, with another sports preview actually, with the Bears versus Packers. Man, I've been real busy ripping and running and taking care of business. Man, getting stuff ready for boxing, but we're gonna talk about the Bears today. Man, Bears is on the road. They've been winning the four of the last five games. They destroyed the Cowboys, and now they have to put in work against their rivals, the Green Bay Packers. They have played well against them, but still have found crazy ways to lose constantly. They are 4 of 14 in their last 18 games against them. The last game they actually won was last year, but the last game they won at Lambeau, I think it was 2013. I think it was Brett Favre retirement game. That's when we had Tracy Porter as at cornerback. But hopefully the Bears can get it together and get us this victory. I'm finna talk about the keys of the game. I'm finna talk about the stats. I'm finna put everything in perspective. Man, right now I'm gonna start off with the Green Bay Packers and talk about their stats. They are they score 23.8 points per game, which is okay for the league right now. The league is actually starting to pick up in points more, and the Packers is actually starting to struggle. Aaron Rodgers, for the first time in his career, he don't have the best type of receivers, but it's still okay. Right now, they're averaging 340 total yards. The offense is 23rd ranked in the league. Man, I didn't expect to see Aaron Rodgers on a team of offense that is struggling so bad. And he is actually passing, like, to me, one of his career lows at 233 passing yards per game, which is ranked 16th in the NFL. I'm usually used to seeing him pass for at least 260, 275. He's usually one of those dynamic players that always just make plays constantly. But the running game has improved. This is the best running game I've seen since maybe Ryan Grant. Aaron Jones been playing well. He had over 100 yards rushing against can't remember. Okay, Washington Redskins defense. They're averaging 107 rushing yards per game, which is in the middle of the pack, 17th in the league. It's a lot better than the Bears, but even though the Bears is starting to crank it up a notch right now. And on to their defense. Their defense is giving up only 20.8 points per game. That's 13th in the league. I thought they was actually giving up more points, but they're not. They're even though they're only edging teams by 3 points, but 3 points is 3 points, and you're still gonna win regardless. That's the reason why they're 9-4, because they found a way to edge out those teams when they have to and get the win. They're also 22nd in total defense, which is something I did expect from this team. They started off well their last 4 and 5 weeks, the first 4 and 5 weeks of the season, and then they just went straight downhill, like all the way down. They giving up a lot of yards, 367.9 yards per game, and they also allow just a lot of deep plays, especially in terms of the passing game. They give up 245 yards passing, which is ranked 21st. And also they give up a lot of rushing yards, 122.8. That's 25th in the league. They give up massive chunks in the rushing game. Hopefully our offense holds up, especially Charles Leno, which I don't know why he's still even a starter. I guess because they paid him, they have to play him. I would send a message to him and sit his ass down and put Alex Bars in his position, or switch Daniels out to tackle or somebody. It can't get no worse than what it is with him. But Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers. But like I said before, his receiver core is not up to par. I bet he wish he did. I bet he wish he still had Randall Cobb this season, because they are just abysmal. Devontae Adams is not having the season that he is used to having. They're really just starting to fall off completely. They still receivers can still make plays, but it's still hard for them to get open consistently, and that is contributing to his lack of production in terms of passing yards, with him only once again having 233 passing yards per game. But I still do know this much: Aaron Rodgers can still hurt us. They have just it's Aaron Rodgers. He's done this to the Bears. Remember, he's 18-4. Well, he's 19-5 actually, but he's won the last 18 or the last 14 of the last 18 games. So that can really just hurt us. The running game once again has improved, and they can gash us with Aaron Jones because he's just not just running the football. He's catching the ball very well. He is making very good decisions when he got blockers in front of him. He also a very good route runner for a running back. He is playing well, and we just have to keep Aaron Rodgers just at abysmal state. We have to get the pass rushers at him. We have to keep attacking him and make sure he do not make that one big play or two that he did against us in week 1. I do believe that the Bears can stop them defensively, and the offense has been playing a lot better recently. And I feel like they can make a lot of big plays against this team, more than they probably did in week 1. Aaron Rodgers just seems to do still just seem to do what he do against us, but hopefully our team can just make it work, shut him down, and shut down that offense because the receivers is not as good. He don't have Randall Cobb. He doesn't have Jordy Nelson anymore. It's just Devontae Adams and a whole bunch of no-name receivers. Plus, Akeem Hicks is coming back, so that should help Khalil Mack with his edge rushing because now with Hicks coming back, that automatically means he's going to demand a double team. I don't care how long it's been since he's been playing. That you're going to always need to double team that man because having him one-on-one, especially, man, he's going to wreck everything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not going to play the entire game. That's one thing I do know. He's going to be in spots in the game, most likely third downs, second and longs, basically plays where he can just let loose. And hopefully Leonard Floyd has his typical Packers game where he just get 2 sacks in the game because he's been attacking Aaron Rodgers every time he goes against him. He plays very well, very tremendous against him. So let's hope that he can do that at least for us. Because also, man, Leonard Floyd, he's just been disappointed as a pass rusher this season. He's gotten some pressures. That's only when they run stunts and stunt him on the inside, and that's when he get pressure. But straight outside rusher, no, he has just been no good. Let's hope he can just step up against the Packers. You know, I predicted that he would play well against the Cowboys. He did in terms of containing the run for the most part of the game and making very good plays in that. But as a pass rusher, no. Let's hope that he has his typical game as well. And now I'm finna get into the Bears stats. Let everyone know what's going down. I always talk about the stats before I get super deep into it. The Bears right now, they scoring 18.7 points per game. They are ranked 26, but we all know that they have been playing a lot better, especially since they switched Cody Whitehair and James Daniels back to the positions that they played last year. I don't know why they did it. Yeah, Whitehair do have some trouble snapping the ball every blue moon, but them at the positions that they are, they can really mesh well. And plus now Massey not there. Lucas is playing terrific. Now we just got to get rid of Leno, like I said earlier, and this team can really let loose. They are only averaging 289.5 yards per game, which is ranked 29th in the NFL. But their last 5 games, they have improved every game, going back to when Mitch got benched for the last series against, that was sad to see, against the Rams. And then slow improvement against the Giants, then the Lions, and then the Cowboys, and playing the Lions again also in between that on Thanksgiving. But yeah, we really need this game. The Bears need to win out. No matter what happens with the rest of the NFL, even if the Bears don't get into the playoffs, they still have to win out to even have a chance to make it to the playoffs. We all know Mitch passing has improved drastically because I think he was only throwing the ball for like 175 yards per game, like the first 12 games of the season before he really started cranking it up, maybe 10, I don't know. But the passing has gone up to 204.6 yards per game. That is still ranked only 28th in the league. But we know sometimes what's on paper do not mean that that's going to happen during the game. Players can have breakout games all the time. Mr. Trubisky's been having breakout games, and I feel like he's going to stay consistent against the Packers if Matt Nagy continue the formula that he's been doing recently. Then his team can definitely play well and definitely put in work. The Bears right now is ranked 29th in rushing, only averaging 84.8 rushing yards per game. But they did have an excellent game last game. Mr. Trubisky had 10 rushes for about 64 yards and a rushing touchdown, along with Montgomery having about 84, 87 yards rushing in the game as well and having a receiving touchdown. And the defense right now is still the Bears' defense. They're only giving up 17.8 points per game. That's fourth in the NFL. And they're only giving up 326 and a half total yards per game, which is still ranked 10th in total defense. So the team is still playing well. Only reason why they probably went up one because they was the ninth ranked defense because they gave up all those garbage ass yards and garbage touchdowns against Dallas Cowboys. Chuck Pagano, you gotta stay aggressive. You gotta keep the team going. It don't matter if you up. It could have easily just turned into a Bismo thing, and then all of a sudden we lose the game because of the play calling at the end, which is suspect as fuck. So you gotta get that shit together for real, for real. But the Bears do still continue to play well. They're only giving up 230 yards per game passing. That is ranked 13th in the NFL. They're only giving up 96.3 rushing yards, which is also ranked 7th in the NFL. But like I said, the Bears' offense has improved drastically since switching Whitehair and Daniels. They also have improved in a lot of other areas. The receivers is playing well. Allen Robinson is Allen Robinson. He's been consistent as usual. The entire receiving core has improved, including the tight ends. Let's hope the tight ends, Horsted and J.P. Holtz, can still continue to play like they've been playing the last few games and get Horsted some more opportunities in that red zone, because whenever he runs through the seams, man, he is flying like a true receiver, just with added weight. Honestly, to me, he should be playing receiver and not tight end. But because of his blocking ability, I can see why he was still put in that position. Mitch Trubisky has to continue to play the way he's been playing. I have to keep stressing that. He has to continue to play well, make smart plays when he runs the football, and just limit those goofy ass throws that he's been throwing in the last few games. He did it against the Giants. He did it against the Lions. He's done it against the Cowboys. He cannot afford to continue to do that if he wants his team to be successful. This team depends on him drastically, and he has to put in work. He has to continue to do what he do. Yeah, we still do. I have to keep mentioning his whack ass. We do have Charles Leno out there, who's gonna not make it that much easier for the offensive line to play well. But hopefully Matt Nagy, his play calling and his scouting report can find a way to move Mitch around on both sides. Yeah, the Smith brothers out there, so what? Yeah, they do got 10 sacks each, or 10 sacks plus each. But I still feel like this team can find a way to get around that and keep moving the football around and be effective. Also, the Packers are struggling. They just barely beat a lonely Redskins team that the Bears blew out early in the season. Bears put up 31 points against this Redskins team, and the Packers only put up 20. So clearly they're nowhere near the motherfucking team that they was early in the season. And the pass rush I feel like they will definitely step up in this game. It's going to be a hard-fought game. The offense on both sides is probably not going to be able to score a lot of points in that frigid-ass cold up in Lambeau Field, because Green Bay is just, man, I think it's supposed to be like 4 degrees in Wisconsin, so I know for a fact that it's going to be a very long game for both teams. But hopefully our team get it together and also just get this win. And if our pass rush continue to step up and make Rodgers make some mistakes out there, either have him just run around and mess around and throw an interception, or just catch him in the pocket and strip the ball, strip sack, and try to run it in for a touchdown, or at least have a short field for our offense, man, that's going to be spectacular, and the Bears will win this game. I'm predicting the Bears to win 28-21. That's as far as I'm going to go, a touchdown or less. Of course, the Packers is favored in this game by almost a touchdown. I think it's maybe 4.5, 5 points, something like that. It's still close enough to a touchdown to me. And they should be, because they're at home. They got the better record at 9-4. Bears 7-6. But I still feel like the Bears can really just do what they got to do and win this game. And then after beating the Packers, then the Bears really have to have a real big step in facing the Kansas City Chiefs. They're not playing this well since Patrick Mahomes came back. He's forcing balls, but they still have found ways to win. They just beat the New England Patriots last week, and that was a great test for them. So next week the Bears going to have to play them, but right now we're still going to have to focus. Well, ain't no weird, because it's them. They still have to focus on playing the Packers and get this win. And I know they can get this because they've done everything right over the last 4 games and continue and hopefully continue to do this in their march to winning out and finishing this season with like 7 straight wins and just really just getting it together. They really do need this. And I believe that they will continue to put in that work like they always been doing. Man, I wish they would have just did this early in the season. Matt Nagy would have just let Mitch run early in the season. I'm pretty sure they would have blew out the Chargers, because that game shouldn't even have been close. And possibly he don't even get hurt against the Vikings because he had a chance to just run up the field and just keep going. And if he just would have just stopped trying to have him be a pocket quarterback and have him be Mitchell Trubisky, an athletic quarterback that can make plays with his feet and not just his arm, this team would have been in better position. They probably would have had 8 or 9 victories themselves. But it's all good though. I'm happy that the Bears is in a good position and not just hoping that they can win this game. They look like they're going to win this game, and that's how I feel. Once again, prediction is 28-21, and go Bears. And this is once again Jonah Pitney with another sports preview reaction with the Chicago Bears. Tomorrow, probably around this time, after I come from the weigh-ins, or later on, then I'll give you an update on my boxing match, pro debut, and I'll tell you all about it, who I'm fighting, what I had to do to prepare, and everything. Right now, it's all about the Bears, man. Number 1. This is Jonah Pitney yet again with a sports reaction. Peace out.